Industry Insider is only available at Promo Corner, the leader in digital marketing for the promotional products industry. Each Monday, they discuss, dissect, and debate a single issue impacting the world of promotional marketing from every industry perspective. Now, it's time for Promo Corner's Industry Insider.
Welcome to another edition of the Industry Insider, your promotional products podcast where you can get all the nerdy news you need to know about. My name is Jeff Franklin, National Accounts Manager with Headwear USA, and I'm joined today by three other lovely folks. But before we get to them, we're going to just let you know that this excellent broadcast was brought to you today by Tervis. You know, our good friends over at Tervis has been around since 1946. And if my dog doesn't stop barking, I'm going to choke it out. No, just kidding. Love my dog. Look, they're celebrating 75 years in business, starting with their classic line. They've got sleek styles made that make perfect for the active and on-the-go lifestyle. They've got the original double wall insulated drinkware that keeps cold drinks cold and reduces condensation. And they're backed by a made-for-life guarantee, which is awesome. Tervis is the original customizable double wall insulated drinkware that keeps your hot drinks hot or your cold drinks cold. And they're available in several sizes, including a 16-ounce mug, a 16 or 24-ounce a tumbler, and then they've also got a 24-ounce water bottle as well. Made from Triton plastic, made in America, lifetime warranty, dishwasher and microwave safe, and BPA free. So be sure to check them out at tervispromos.com. You will not be sorry that you did. But like I said, we're joined today by three other lovely folks. Not your normal situation here. Mr. McFadden is off with the family and Disney. But why don't we kick it over to Meg Erber and say hello to you first? How are you?
Hey everybody, hoping that this works. We have minimal Wi-Fi here, so if we don't get a chance to get through this, we're gonna hop out and watch. But we're on vacation in beautiful Maine, and I'm joined here with VJ. I'll let you say hi.
Hello, everybody. How are you? My name is VJ.
Thrilling. Yeah, so look, my wife, Eliana, is also here. Eliana Franklin with Carolina's Advertising and Marketing Professionals. So why don't you say hello?
Hello. Hi, everybody.
All right, so we've got two awesome folks on this podcast. Like I said, we've got two of the normal hosts are traveling, and luckily Meg was still able to jump in, so really appreciate it. And we thought that having VJ and Eliana on to discuss today's topic would be really cool. It's sort of an interesting spin on things. With everything that's happened over the last couple of years, might be a little lighthearted and you know, just able to give people some you know, something to chuckle about as Meg is over there you know, just barely holding it in. But look, we want to talk about what life is like for the other side. You know, as a traveling salesperson, when we're out on the road, what's it like for the people at home? You know, maybe something for people to consider. You know, we'll talk, you know, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We'll talk past, present, and future. And you know, while Meg pulls in hers in, and you know, pulls it together. And I think we got a great topic though.
We're excited. We are really excited. So I don't know if you guys saw the hype video or not, but what we're doing today is they're here with us because life on the road is never easy for them. And Jeff and I were always on the road a lot. And, you know, Jeff and all my industry friends have kind of become family on the road. And that's just how we are. He's like my little brother that I never wanted. So, you know, so here we are. And we thought it would be really fun to bring on our significant others to kind of tell everybody what it's like with us and when we're not there as well. So, but I don't know, do you want to let them tell us besides VJ?
I could talk. Okay.
All right, well, why don't we give VJ just a second to sort of, you know. All right, Eliana, you're actually in our industry, all right? So you're the executive director for the Carolinas Association of Advertising and Marketing Professionals, also known as CAMP, and will hereon be known as CAMP and referenced as CAMP. But look, it's customary for us to give our special guests a good introduction of themselves, who they are, and, you know, if you are in the industry, Eliana, how you got started in the industry, and then what you've been up to since. So why don't you go first, babe?
So I was in the medical field since I can remember, since I was in high school. Then about 4 years ago, Dana Geiger, who everybody knows, was moving on to a different job. So she was talking to Jeff about why she chose to be the ED of the two organizations that she had. And she said, well, my kids were small. And right away, Jeff's light bulb went off like, "Ooh, kids are small. My wife never really sees the kids because she's always working crazy hours at the hospital and at the office." So he told me about it and I was like, there's no way they're even gonna call me in. They called me in. Apparently I did good. That I made it to like the last round. And then that, that didn't work out. But then camp had an opening and somebody mentioned my name and they called me and I was like, no, there's no way that's gonna work out. But for the sake of seeing my kids, I'm willing to leave my dream job because I loved my job. I loved the doctor that I worked for. Everything was amazing. But then when I was given the job, my president at the time was amazing. And she just made me fall in love with the industry. I liked it because I saw how much my husband liked it. But now I'm just, there's no way I'm leaving it.
Oh, that's good. That's awesome.
Well, we're not very long into the podcast and we're already getting a lot of love thanks to Eliana, all from camp. Brett Schaefer says campers in the house, go Eliana. Christina Newsom says you rock, Ellie. Camp is so lucky to have you, and they are correct. VJ, why don't you tell us who you are, what you do for a living, and what you've been up to over the last year or so?
Sure. So I work in computers. I'm a senior solutions engineer. I think that's what they call it. I worked for a company called AstraZeneca. It's a pharmaceutical company. Worked for them for about 20 years. Was let go. Well, my whole department was actually let go last year. Everything was kind of outsourced over to India. So, for the first time in 20 years, I was kind of in a rough spot I wasn't used to anyway. But I think, we got through it and moved on. And now I'm with another pharmaceutical company called Merck and been working there for about a year as contractor.
Very cool. So all things IT, or is there something specific that you're doing?
So I'm doing security where I'm at right now. So a lot of like locking down workstations and things like that. They have a ton of like regulations and regulatory things that they need to go through, being a pharma company. So security is a big deal over there.
Cybersecurity is a huge deal everywhere.
Mostly security stuff for this role. Yep.
Very cool. All right. Well, like I said, the topic for today is to talk about what it's like for the other side. So when Meg and I are out traveling, doing our thing, individually, obviously, but when we're out on the road, what's it like for you guys back home? And I guess the first question is, what it's like, and what are your likes and what are your dislikes about that situation? And VJ, why don't we go to you first?
Yeah, I think it's a little harder for us because we have so many kids involved.
The Brady Bunch?
Yeah, it's like an army of kids over here. So it's, when one of us is down, it's like, and it just comes all down to one person. So, you got 3 different kids that got to be 3 different places. And then another one wants to go to her friend's house. And it can definitely be overwhelming at times. When she's gone for long periods of time. It's not as big a deal if it's just a couple days or whatever it is, but those week-long trips that she would sometimes have to take. And because of COVID or whatever, those trips have been cut back. So it really hasn't been, I'll say, a big deal over the last year. Not as big a deal as it has been when she was traveling all the time and she was on the road. It's just finding coverage where the kids are supposed to be, keeping up with your duties, making sure they're fed and all that stuff.
That's the hardest thing. I mean,
well, we have a teenage boy, so making sure they're fed is like a big deal in my house.
Yeah, I mean, we got 2 little ones, so I mean, I can't even imagine what it's like for you guys, and
they wipe their own asses. We're very blessed to have that. Like, that's the best part about it. And they, for the longest time they have, so, but it was just, I think the hardest part was at one point we had 5 kids that were in grades right after each other. So they all played sports. They all had school stuff. And I was coaching, he was coaching. So it was really hard to try to keep and manage that. But yeah.
Yep. And then one leaves and then
Oh, the hardest, yeah, part when we would both, because he didn't travel hardly at all, but when he did, he would have to go to England or overseas for a long period of time. So then we'd both be gone at the same time. And that's always fun, having to split up the kids and grandparents here and grandparents there, because it's too much to put on one family.
Shannon Loretto says they want to eat every day. It's so annoying.
I know. Not just once. Like
it's not even just every day. It's like freaking 3 or 4 times a day. Like, come on, kids, give me a break.
Nobody told me about that.
Since my son moved out, we've had a big adjustment of like how much food we have to buy. We literally make so much more food than we have to.
And it goes to waste.
And it goes to waste because he's not here to eat it now. He would eat like 6 meals a day.
I know.
Dang. All right, Eliana. So what's it like for you? What are your likes and dislikes about when I'm traveling? Because of course, I don't know, for those of you that don't know, over the last year or two, I've taken on quite a bit more responsibility at Headwear, and I just keep asking for more. Like, I don't know if I'm a glutton for punishment or just stupid, but I keep asking for more. And so last year, starting in January, I actually took on the entire Southeast territory on top of doing national accounts. And so I was scheduled to be on the road 32 weeks last year, which was a big commitment. And, of course I wouldn't have been able to do that without my wife, holding down the fort while I was gone. So what's it like for you when I'm gone? What do you like and dislike?
Well, like BG just said, whenever you're gone longer periods, is difficult, especially when one of the kids is sick. If they're not sick, it's more doable. But at the beginning of last year, you were gone literally the whole month of January, and then almost the whole month of February. So the little one got really sick that month, and it was like a bunch of doctor's appointments. He ended up in the hospital, and then you had to leave. You only came for the weekend. She got sick on the weekend. You had to leave the next day at like 4 a.m. If it had not been for my, our friends, Jose and Adelis, who I wouldn't have even had milk in the house because I couldn't leave to go somewhere because she was so sick. So that was the only time that I was like, where is my team leader? Like, I need him here. Like, he needs to be right here because I need backup. So it was, well, not backup. I need somebody to like help me. But besides that, I think I do okay. I'm used to the fact that you're going to be gone. I already told that in my head that, you're going to be gone. I prepared myself. His boss, he's awesome. He had a meeting with us before. He told us he has his wife there. They mentally prepared me to the challenge. So I knew what was coming. But when she got sick, I was just like, what did I sign up for? But then when she's not sick or the other one is not sick, it's difficult, but we miss him. And when he comes home, it's like we're in a honeymoon weekend again. So it's pretty nice.
I was going to say, I feel like that's one of the positive things that, time apart, absence does make the heart grow fonder a little bit. So when you're gone, it does make them, make for us, at least the salespeople. I mean, I won't speak for you, Meg, but I mean, I can't wait to get back when I'm gone. And I'm sure it's the same way for you guys. Plus, you're looking for that help once we get back, which is, great. That can sometimes be challenging for the sales rep because we've been gone working our asses off. I actually work more on the road than I do when I'm at home. So, to work that much and come home and then have to, basically get it dumped is not dumped, but you know what I mean? That can be challenging sometimes too.
Because you have the guilt, like you can't not do it, but you're like, my soul needs sleep. Like it, yeah. And then you can't because then you feel guilty. So when you try to sleep, you're like, I'll just forget it. So yeah, that's the hardest part. What's the best part? I don't want to say the best part of being gone, but what's the best part of us being gone for everybody? Is there a best part?
There's a lot of good parts.
You don't want to say it, I'll say it.
Wow.
I in the king size bed of my hotel room, just spread out, all 6 feet of me. That's my favorite part. That's the only thing though, because I always miss my kids and I can't wait to go home and get them and then annoy him. So what about you? What do you like the best when I'm gone?
I'm gonna have to get a therapist. No, just a break once in a while. Meg's intense sometimes, so I love you, but it could be intense. So
I know. I think everyone knows.
Intense?
Passionate. You use that word about pretty much everything that she does. So
just snorted.
Good. So this is a thrilling content. When Meg snorts, it's a good day. Oh man. All right. So if there's one thing that you guys could change about the situation, what would it be?
It's a tough one.
That is a tough one. You know what? I would say I would have done something differently on COVID, during COVID. Like we were, I think in the beginning, everyone was kind of waiting to see what happened next. And then there was a lot of us who were like, we're not waiting around. We're going to do what we have to do to get through this. But then you look back and you're like, man, there was so much time that was wasted where I could have done this, or, I could have just packed up an RV and done all of this from the road and spent the time with my family. And I could have worked. I think Charity Gibson did that. And I'm just like, oh, so jealous. That was such a great idea. That's what I regret. That's what I would have done differently. Right. We've been talking about that forever, and we keep meaning to do it. Like, we're going to RV, we're going to do a cross country road trip. Yeah. That takes time, but we should have done it during COVID. And I think that's my regret.
Yeah. I think part of it was, like everybody else, we didn't know what was going on. Right. So is it 2 more weeks? Is it a month? If I take off on a road trip, is this thing going to end in a week and I got to be back in work? So
yeah,
I think that was part of it. We were all kind of waiting for this to pass, and it just didn't happen as quickly as we thought, I think.
They said it was 15 days to flatten the curve.
Right. Now it's a year later.
16 months ago.
Yeah. We just had our masks off in New Jersey a couple of weeks ago. So
yeah. How weird does that feel, by the way? Like when you go into a store now without a mask on, I feel so freaking naked and like fragile.
Fragile. I know. Fragile's a great word.
It was weird for one day for me. It was the first day, and I felt like everyone was looking at me, but then half the people didn't have their masks on. And the next day, nobody had their masks on in the couple stores that I went in. And it just kind of, became normal, I think, after that. So we almost forget what it was like when it was normal. That's the weird part.
We had to wear masks at the airport, and that was weird for a second. It was weird wearing them again. I was like, oh weird. Man. And then we got out and I was like, oh, this thing off. Like we do when we come home from work. We're just like, rip off, it's just the mask.
Oh man. So are you guys, are you excited for us to get back out on the road, or are you excited about a more of a hybrid situation, potentially, as opposed to, being gone as much as we were?
No, I don't think we're going to go back to exactly how it was. I don't think it'll be like that. That's the one thing good thing that happened out of COVID. We learned how to adapt and evolve into this new hybrid world. And we find how it's more beneficial a lot of time. We can get more done. I mean, I'm working more hours, but I'm getting so much more done versus spending the day seeing 3 customers or 4 customers where then I'd have to come home and do all this work. So I don't know if I'm looking forward to all that extra craziness, but I'm sure we'll manage. We always do, and it'll just become routine once it happens. I mean, I have in-person meetings starting next month when we get back from vacation. So
yeah, for me, my position was moved to permanent at home. So it was hybrid where I was going to be going in once in a while, but I work in IT, so I really don't need to be in the office unless I need to test something specific. So for the most part, it's going to be work from home full time now after COVID, and they even started shutting down buildings and other things. So,
wow.
What about you, Eliana? Are you going into the office at all? Are you safe from home most of the part, right?
Yeah, no, I worked from home way before this whole thing started. So honestly, on my side, things will be the same. Hopefully just our shows will be more people coming because of things getting better. But when it comes to Jeff, honestly, I'm okay either way. Whatever is the best for his, job and our income, whatever works, and we're ready to make it work however it is. Our kids are getting older, so it's easier. And they don't go to school yet, so I don't have to worry about driving anybody anywhere.
That might actually be the hardest part with the kids getting older, because I've never actually traveled with them like old enough to really know that I'm gone. You know what I mean? I mean, when they were, 2 years ago, Khaleesi was like a year old. Like she doesn't really know or have a way of expressing her feelings at that point. You know what I mean? So I think when I'm back out on the road, it might be, kind of difficult on them at least. I mean, they'll get over it. Like whatever. They don't care about the dad.
They'll probably be happy because they can be down here without having to be tippy-toeing.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, with the whole COVID situation, we've got to keep them sort of quarantined in the house just so that I've got some quiet to call clients.
Yeah, no, that's the hardest part is like, coming in and out. Like our house we bought initially, we had enough room for all of our kids, our blended family. And then we got pregnant with Addie. So our dining room, our downstairs dining room turned into a nursery without a door.
Nursery, yeah.
And then my college age daughter had moved out, and so we moved her up, but we're just constantly like rearranging children at this point.
Yep.
So now I have office doors, and it's nice, but now he's working from home. He was literally standing up at our dresser in our bedroom for the first part of COVID. And once his son moved out for college, we redid the basement. Now he's got an office down there. But when Addie's home, she's very high energy. So it's hard. We have to take turns, but he does it more than I do when she's home, because I'm more client facing and he's not. So we have to.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my customers have been all very laid back, and then they've all said hi to her at some point in the last year and a half. Yeah, all of them.
Yeah, and that's part of the COVID thing, right?
Yeah.
Like everybody's been a lot more understanding about that kind of stuff, because everybody's at home, working from home, and dogs are barking and kids are yelling, playing the xylophone in the background and everything else. So it's crazy, but it is what it is.
Yeah, so Jessica Onions chimes in. She said that when her dad would travel for work when she was younger, he always brought back presents, so that was fun.
Yeah.
And I do try to actually do that. I do.
That. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes it's difficult. So, most of the time it comes from the airport shops, which is not the cheapest.
Yeah, pretty much. So I have one last question I want to discuss. And your wife had brought it up prior to this, and I said, oh, are you going to go to Vegas in the spring or in early, January, whatever it is.
January.
Yeah, whatever month, year. And she was unsure just because of what's going on with camp or whatever, but she said she wanted to go because it was fun. And I said, wait, stop. How many times have you gone? Because I don't know, I don't want to speak for you, Jeff, but when we go, we're just like, at first we're like, yeah, we're so pumped up. By the time that we're the end of the week is over, we're just like, oh, I never want to go to Vegas again.
Yeah,
ever.
I look forward to it, but then by the end of the show, well, hell, not even by the end of the show, but halfway into it, I'm like, okay, I'm done with Vegas. I'm just like, yeah. I mean, I really enjoy it because it's great food. I get around, the promo peeps. Like, I love this industry. I love these people. What we do is such a fun thing. And, as we've proven over time, through countless pandemics and other issues, like we're a resilient bunch. And we continue to push through and continue to succeed, even regardless of how many bumps are in the road. So I think it's one of the greatest things that I think or feel about this industry and the people. So anytime we have a chance to get together, I enjoy it. But I agree. I used to look forward to Vegas a lot more before. Honestly, as a distributor, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is.
It really is. As a supplier, it's like a butt ton of work.
Yeah. Well, he's been, right? He's come once last year.
Well, I was there for work. So I had gone every year for work. And then the one year you came
for your work. I thought you came from my work too.
No,
last year. Yeah, last year, didn't you?
You had something, I thought, there.
No, you did. Oh, that's right. I taught a women's self-defense seminar. That's right. At PPI, not last year, maybe the year before. And he had come out to help me with the seminar. But next year he's actually going to the CES show with his dad. And then we're going to kind of see each other probably Sunday.
Yeah, probably.
And then he'll go home. So we'll get to do a day of Vegas. We'll have some fun. Maybe if you guys are there, we'll go and get some drinks together.
Yeah, absolutely. I used to actually do the CES show as well when I was a distributor, and it's always fun to try to get out because it's always like back to back with PPAI. So it's always fun to try to get out there a little earlier and go get access to the show. It's a cool show to just walk through.
Yeah, it's a cool show. Yeah, he's gonna go through it. It's literally like ends on Saturday, and ours starts. We start setting up on Sunday. So yeah. Yep.
Absolutely. All right. Well, any other questions about this incredible topic?
Do you have any questions for us? Do you have anything for Jeff? Eliana, do you have anything for me or Jeff?
Well, the only thing I wanna say is before I joined the industry, I used to be like, oh my God, he comes home and he looks tired, but whatever. He told me he was out having dinner with his clients. He was probably having fun. But now that I know, I'm like, oh my God, when he comes home, I'm like, you tired? You want dinner? What do you want me to have you ready for your drive? So I'm like, now I appreciate what you do way more than before.
Yeah, it's actually really cute. She'll like put signs up that says "Welcome home" and shit like that. It's kind of nice, Gives me a massage when I get home.
They tell them to say that.
Fair enough. Well, Alan Letson actually said he grew up on the road. That's pretty interesting.
That's cool.
I wonder how that works. Maybe just traveling with a traveling parent. Yeah, that'd be kind of interesting.
That's cool.
Military.
Oh yeah,
Sometimes
military.
military moves a lot.
Yeah. All right. Well, if there's no other question, are we going to do a rapid fire today? Does it make sense to do that?
I didn't prepare him for rapid fire.
Yeah,
That's when it's the most fun, to be honest. I mean,
all right, let's do it. Let's do it. So we do a rapid fire question, guys. You pick one question, we all answer. We pick a question, you all answer. And it could be anything from what's your favorite cheese to what's your favorite sports team. We'll make it super easy on you. Okay. All right. You want to go first, Jeff?
no, go ahead.
Okay. All right. So, all right. We'll do this easy because I'm sure you guys have maybe some sports team love over at your house. What's your guys' favorite sports team overall?
Baby, you better answer this right.
Steelers. I was forced into it. No, I don't follow football. So when I met him, I was literally just said, okay, I love Steelers because I don't know anything. I like the colors. So that was a plus.
What's your favorite sports team?
You know.
Well, they don't know.
Philly, the Eagles.
Yeah.
So we're outside of Philly. I grew up a Philly sports fan, so Eagles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We ran into a Patriots fan last night.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Come out.
No. What did he say about Burton or something? He's like,
No, he was talking about the cornerback that didn't play in the Super Bowl. He's still talking about the Super Bowl they lost. So sorry, Patriots, you lost.
Oh boy, I'm 7 out of this one.
I got a feeling they're in for a world of hurt. You know, for a fan base that's used to winning so much, they're going to be hurting for a while. So, Meg, what about you? Of course, the Eagles, right?
I mean, I don't really like football that much. I mean, I like to play fantasy football just because I am a shit talker and I like to win.
You suck at it, though.
I did suck this year, really, really bad. It was so bad. He was like, I don't even know what you're doing. And he's like, I just give up. Just kill yourself. No. So when I was younger, I was the biggest, I don't think there was a bigger baseball fan. I mean, I had every single baseball card. I used to collect. I used to do everything for Christmas in 5th grade. The only thing that I wanted was to go down to spring training for the Phillies that year. Didn't get it. Then they went on strike and then I lost interest. So I would have to say the Phillies or the Flyers, but whatever, Philly teams.
Yeah. So I'm a little bit of an oddball. A lot of people don't like me because of this, but I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan and a Washington Capitals fan.
Oh, we're done. We're done. If anything, Capitals. You could take Ovechkin and his underbite and just take it up your, you know what, but I don't know.
Why do you have so much pimped up anger? Like
I hate Ovechkin. Seth Wiener, you listening?
How do you hate Ovechkin?
I just hate him. He's such a
She's a Flyers fan.
I'm a Flyers fan. So I guess Flyers, I got very defensive.
You know
so
what? That explains a lot. That explains a lot. Don't worry about it. You know.
Yeah. I got really heated. You're
That's
right.
probably the team you thought.
Yeah, it is.
The Flyers.
It's Flyers. Okay. All right, Jeff, what's your question?
Oh man. What are you guys doing for the 4th of July?
Oh, well, I don't know what you're doing, but so for vacation, we're staying here to the 6th, but we're at this house until Saturday, and then we're going to Bar Harbor. So the lake that we're staying on has like a whole parade, and we're going to do that. And then we're going to go down to Bar Harbor on the 5th. So we're going to do fireworks and stuff here in Maine.
Yep.
Very cool. Eliana?
Well, we live literally behind a high school and they do the fireworks there. So we're just going to sit in our backyard and invite a few friends over to get some drinks and have some fun.
Yeah, we got prime seats. Like our house is literally the high school is, I don't know, not even a quarter of a mile away, but it's like in our backyard.
Kids.
Yeah. So they shoot them off right there. Apparently it'll be our first year experiencing it, but yeah, we've got some access to, a balcony outside. We might head out and check them out from up there.
That's really cool.
Yeah. All right. Eliana, do you got a rapid fire question for us?
Dang, I don't. All right, so the one everybody says, does pineapple belong in pizza?
Yes.
Does pineapple belong in pizza?
No, not at all.
It does.
It does.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a good question. That was a great question.
3 against 1, VJ. It's 3 against 1.
Wait, it's 2 against too. Didn't you say you liked it too?
Oh, yes. Pineapple does belong on pizza.
Oh, okay. Oh, 3 against 1. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
By itself?
Oh, by itself.
Oh, no. Ugh. Get out of here.
By itself.
That's weird.
No, it is most certainly not. Do it.
We'll try it, maybe.
Yeah.
What's the other one we had that we liked?
Yeah, so we actually found a new variant. Okay, when we were in Hawaii last year, right before the pandemic, we found Domino's actually, and you can do it anywhere, but Domino's, they had roasted red peppers and pineapple.
Ooh, I can dig that.
Incredible. Really,
We had it every night.
just about.
Yeah, for like what, 4 days?
Yeah. Just
Wait to eat Domino's while you're in Hawaii, Jeff. They'd take your wife out.
yeah, well, I was working. What do you want?
We were both working, so it wasn't until the weekend that we actually got to go somewhere. But we went there to work and just enjoy like 30 minutes of sun before. But the weekend was worth the wait.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
look, the problem was the Domino's was literally a block away from our hotel. It was the closest thing, and it was the fastest thing the first night. And we just happened to order, and it was phenomenal. So we just got it again. You know,
That's how life on the road is, though. That's literally, you're like, all right, if there's not a hotel bar, what is close to walking distance? Because I'm just too tired. So yeah. All right, you have a fire question for us?
Yeah, what's your favorite fast food hamburger joint?
Did we say this?
Did you do this before?
We did it last week, but we said
Did you?
chicken.
Yeah,
So-
it was chicken. Like, what's the best chicken sandwich? Which isn't even a question. Fast food hamburger joint. I don't know. I normally don't get a hamburger when I order fast food. I guess I would just have to go with McDonald's, just because I don't
Yeah.
even think of something else. To be honest with you.
What about you? Burger King?
No, not Burger King. Maybe like Five Guys. I
Oh
like
yeah,
Five Guys.
Five Guys. Are pretty
Is that
good.
considered fast? If that's considered fast food, I would definitely take. Yeah, I would take that then. Five Guys for sure.
We have it's not a chain, but we have a local hamburger joint where I grew up in Millville. It's fast food, and it's called Jim's Lunch. It's famous. They're only open from Columbus Day to Memorial Day. They're not even open in the summer. Highly recommend. I always try to take people there when they're visiting, but they have like a special sauce. They've been around for 100+ years.
Yeah, that's your joint.
Yeah, that's my joint for sure.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that before.
We had. I was like, I think we talked about something like this before, but it is bomb.com.
Well, I think your question before was maybe your favorite fast food joint, just in general.
Oh, gotcha. That's probably it.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Hands down, it wins every time.
All right, Eliana.
I don't have one. I don't. So I was a vegan for a long time. So now if I eat meat, I have to know where it came from, where I bought it, and if Jeff.
I get that. Yeah.
So I don't really order meat outside my house.
Gotcha.
Fair enough. As Jeff says, fair enough.
Her favorite fast food burger is On My Grill.
You guys tried those plant-based burgers yet?
No, I looked up the ingredients and it's scary.
Terrible. All right. That's the ingredients that are, hard no.
That's a no for me.
I do love a good black bean burger though.
Yeah.
I'll have to try that.
Never tried that.
Yeah, so I mean, you can get them like Morningstar in the frozen food section at your grocery store. Morningstar like black bean burgers, they're not bad.
Very cool.
All right, well, I think it's winding down and time to mention that this awesome topic and conversation was brought to you today by Tervis, good friends over at Tervis Promos. They added stainless to their already well-established line about 2 years ago, with the goal being better than the competition by utilizing state-of-the-art custom 360-degree UV printing. They're available in 4 different sizes: 20 ounce, 12 ounce, 20 ounce, 30 ounce, and also 24 ounce water bottle. And now they actually have 24, 30, and 40 ounce wide mouth bottles. They've got a 5-year warranty on them. They're 18.8 copper lined, vacuum insulated. They keep your drinks hot for up to 8 hours, and they keep your drinks cold for 24 hours. Pretty awesome stuff. Go check them out at tervispromos.com. You won't be sorry that you did. We were told by several folks in the chat that, or in the comments section, that this was a really interesting topic, and I think people were really thankful for it. So it's a way to mix things up a little bit, give us a little inside look on the other side of things. And as we get back out on the road a little bit, maybe start to think about all these things, going back out on the road, hitting trade shows. ASI Chicago is just around the corner. So I'm sure there's going to be some folks experiencing this. So really appreciate you guys both being on. BJ, it was nice to see you. Eliana, I'll see you in like 5 seconds. We'll see you guys back next week. Take care.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Promo Corner's Industry Insider. For more great content from industry thought leaders, including podcasts, blogs, and videos, visit promocorner.com.